Hello and welcome to Prenatal Yoga. This is going to be a second trimester, maybe the beginning of a third trimester flow. We're going to be working on some stamina and some strength. So again, we'll probably have a lot of movement in here. So you first trimester mamas, if you're going to do this, just take it easy. And my third trimester moms, if anything seems like your heart rate's getting a little high up or you're just don't have the gusto, then hang back and just relax into a pose. But let's get started. So I want you guys to find yourself just in a calm place in your house. If you have a blanket or a beach towel, and if you have any yoga blocks, those would be beneficial for our flow today. So we're gonna start in a comfortable seated position. I always like to begin on a blanket or a mat just to help to elevate your hips, get a little pressure off of your knees. And if you can, walk your feet out and really just kind of rotate your hips forward. It's just gonna help to open up and to alleviate some of that pressure in your low back. So removing those fleshy bits, rooting down your sits bones. Relax your arms onto your legs. And we're gonna start with 2 cleansing breaths. So that's in through your nose and then that HA sound. They're just cleansing, just to get all of the stress off of you. So let's begin. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth. Exhale that breath out. One more, just like that. Inhaling in. Exhale. And now lick your lips, close your mouth. And let's begin our Ujjayi breath in and out through our nose. So Ujjayi breath in yoga is a victorious breath, but I really like it when we're doing this flow because it's a good indicator. And when I'm talking about that, you want to really see how your breath is going. If you're breathing too hard, slow it down. So let's explore that breath right now. So taking a deep inhale in through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Really let all of that air out and then inhale again. Exhaling out through your nose. And let's start to count that breath. Let's do 4 in counts in, 2, 3, 4 out. 1, 2, 3, 4. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, just keep going with that breath. Keeping that same count, calming yourself down. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and let's just start to connect with baby for a minute. So taking a deep inhale in, feel your ribs expand. Imagine that breath going down to your baby. And as you exhale, gently hug baby in towards your spine. Release all of that air out of your lungs and go right back into the next breath. Inhaling in, exhaling out. Taking 2 more breaths just like this. Bringing your hands to prayer, you can choose to set an intention for your class. I personally would offer you up one of just gratitude for the situation you're in, the life that you're growing, and just anything that is a positive attribute you really want to cultivate on the mat and off of the mat. And sealing in that intention, close your eyes, bow your head, release your arms down by your side, and let's start to open up our shoulders in our upper body. So inhale your arms around and up to the sky. And then exhale, really pointing out through those fingertips. Exhale your arms around and down, tucking your chin into your chest. Inhale, flip your arms around and up. Exhale, right back down. Inhale your arms around and up. And exhale, come off to your right side. So bring that arm down, really leaning over, creating space in your rib cage. Push yourself back up. Exhale, coming down to the other side. We like to use our arms to push ourselves up so that we're not engaging our obliques. And then one more time to each side. Just feel the lower back opening up, your ribs opening, creating space in your side body. And then inhale up, and now let's twist to the right. So bring your arm across your body. Inhale here with a straight spine. And if it feels good, exhale and look behind you. Drop your chin into your chest as you unwind back to neutral. Inhale your arms around and up to the sky. And then exhale, twisting to your left. Inhale here with a straight spine. Exhale, looking behind you. Inhale your arms back up to the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms. Elbows are wide. Inhale your arms back up to the sky. Exhale your hands down and around behind your back, making that fist. And then resting your fist on that ground behind you, can you let your shoulders rotate back? Lifting your throat up to the sky. Don't let your head fall back. Just lift it up, feeling that stretch in your throat. And then exhale, drop your chin into your chest. Slowly sway your arms out in front of you, releasing that low back. Walking your hands back up, switch out your legs so that the opposite one is in front. Resting your arms down on your knees again. Let's go into some neck rolls. So drop your right ear over to your right shoulder, relaxing your left shoulder down. Try not to hunch it up. Inhale here. Exhale, drop your chin into your chest. Inhale over to the other side. One more time to each side, just evening them out. Inhale over. Exhale, down and back up. And exhale down, lifting your head back up to neutral once again. Inhaling your arms around and up. Exhaling your hands down behind you. You can make that fist or you can just leave your hands down. Lean back again, lifting up your throat and your chest, squeezing your upper back. And then exhale, swinging it out to the other side. And then slowly walk your hands back up. And we're gonna come to a tabletop position. So if you have been sitting on that blanket in our class, we always like to open up the blanket as wide as the mat. It just provides some more comfort for your knees. So coming on to all fours, make sure your hips are stacked above your knees, your shoulders are above your wrists. Spread your fingers out wide like starfish. And if you're getting carpal tunnel, you can roll up your blanket or your mat and rest the heel of your hands on the edge of that just to provide some more comfort. So going into our cats and cows, we're gonna inhale, drop our belly, lift our throat, lift our glutes. Exhale, hug baby up into your spine, push the mat away, look back, really let your head hang. Inhale and open up to cow. Exhale, push down to cat pose. One more. Inhale and open. Exhale and tuck. Coming back to a neutral spine, extend your right leg behind you. Your toes are tucked under. And just rock back and forth, stretching out that calf muscle. Bring your right knee back down. Extend your left leg, extending and stretching your left calf muscle. And then coming back, bring your knees together, tuck all 10 toes under, sit back on your heels just for a moment to stretch the bottom of your feet and just to really show them some love and some appreciation. They're doing a lot of work for you. And then coming back onto all fours. Extend your right leg back behind you. Extend your left arm forward. And we're gonna do taps. So we're gonna tap down, squeeze up. So you're squeezing your glute and your upper back. Tap, squeeze, tap, squeeze, and now 3 crunches. Crunch, extend, crunch, extend, crunch, extend, release. Opposite side, extend your left leg out, your right arm forward. Be aware of your hips, hoping that they are parallel to the floor. Don't lift that left hip up. Try to lower it down. And now tap down, squeeze up, tap down, squeeze, tap, squeeze, and now we're gonna go into those crunches. So inhale and extend, exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend, exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend, last one, you got it. Exhale, crunch. Inhale and extend, release. Take your knees as wide as the mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Push your hips back towards your heels and walk your hands forward on the mat. If you can, bring your forehead down. If that's not accessible to you, you can rest on stacked fists. If you have a block, you can just relax on that block, but try to just take some pressure off of your neck. With every inhale, your fingers grow a little longer. With each exhale, your hips sink deeper down into your heels. And then inhale. Slowly walk your hands back towards your feet. Tuck your toes under and walk back towards a squat pose. So it's okay if your heels are up. It's okay if your heels are flat. We're just trying to work on different birthing positions to help open up your hips, to relax those joints, preparing you for childbirth. So relaxing right here. We're gonna stay here for one more breath. And then bringing I'm gonna turn just to face you. So in your squat pose, bring your right arm down to the mat in front of your knee. Inhale your opposite arm up. You should feel this stretch across your lower back. And then bringing your hands to prayer, opposite side. Opening up, feeling the twist across your lower back. And then bring your hands back to heart center. Engage your legs and inhale. Push yourself up to standing. Release your arms around and down. Coming back to the front of your mat. If you do have blocks, we'll be using them for this part of the flow. So, I'll make it so you can see. Take your feet as wide as you need to accommodate your belly. Relax your arms down by your side. Thinking about your posture, we tend to lordosis our spine, really accentuate that curve. I want you to think about rotating your hips under, opening your shoulders wide, softening your knees. And here we go. Inhale your arms around and up to the sky. Exhale, side bend over to the right. So let your right hand slide down your hips, side bend over, push yourself back up. Inhale over to the left. And then inhale up. Exhale, cactus your arms, pulling your elbows back, strengthening your upper back. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. So coming on down to a block, to the floor if it's accessible to you, or to your shins if you don't have anything in the blocks, not accessible.
but you're going to let yourself forward fold. So for the first one, just let your head hang. Look back between your knees. Maybe sway from side to side and feel the opening that you're creating in your back. And then coming back to neutral, really grasp the hands on the block or on your shins or on the mat and straighten them out so that your body is at a right angle. Your chest is parallel to the floor and perpendicular to your legs. So we're really stretching the backs of our legs on this stretch. And then forward fold, so you can bend your knees slightly, let your chest fall back down. Release your hands down by your side. Sit your hips back into a chair. Bringing your hands to heart center. Inhale, squeeze your legs all the way up. And then exhale, release. Inhale, circle your arms around and up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Coming down. You can bend your knees if you need to. Let your head relax and then inhale, halfway lift. Straighten your arms and your legs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sit your hips back. Bring your hands to heart center. And we're gonna pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come all the way up. Exhale around and down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Monitor your breath. Make sure it's slow and steady. One more deep breath in. Exhale. And here we go. Inhale your arms around and up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Hinging at your hips, come down to that block or your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, sitting back into a chair. Hands come to prayer center. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale your hands around to your hips. Step your right leg back over your blanket. Inhale your arms around and up to the sky. Exhale, sink your knee down as you cactus your arms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. Notice I'm trying to keep my chest perpendicular to the floor. I'm not leaning forward. Last one, and then come all the way down to the mat. Untuck your back toes. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Walk your foot forward. Exhale, hinge your hips forward. So this is a good stretch for that round ligament. And then if you want, you can grab those blocks, straighten out your front leg, pushing your hips back over your heel. Good stretch on that left hamstring. Walking your hands back forward, planting those blocks. Tuck your back toe under, lifting up your back leg. Bringing your hands now to your front knee. And then inhale up to a crescent lunge. My back heel is up, my hips are facing forward. Drop your back heel down. Bring your arms down to a T. We're opening up into Warrior Two. Sink down another inch into this if you can. You want to try and start moving this thigh more parallel down to the mat. Make sure your knee is not going past your toes, and make sure they're headed in the same direction, protecting your ankles and your joints. Inhale, sink another inch. Inhale, lean forward, flip that front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Take a breath here, feeling this opening in your ribs, in your side body. Exhale, coming back to Warrior Two. One more time. Inhale, lean forward. Flip that palm. Exhale, reverse. I did not come out of the lunge in my left leg. Make sure that leg is still lunging. Coming back to Warrior Two. Now drop your elbow down to your knee. We're coming into side angle with a little chest opener. So you can really rest this left elbow on your left knee. Circle your right arm down and then peel it open, feeling the stretch across your chest, across your shoulder. Sink your hips another inch. And then inhale, coming back up. Straightening out both legs now. Ooh, heel toe your feet in together. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle pose. Leaning forward, dropping your hand to that block. If it's there for you, you can rest on your shin. You can come all the way down to the floor, whichever works better for you. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, look down at the mat, circle both arms down, pick up your back heel, and we're gonna step up to the front of your mat. So stepping on up, coming into staff pose. So your knee is extended out in front of you. If you are feeling not very balancing, please get your hand on a wall just to use it for balance. There is no shame in that. You're still getting all of the benefits of the pose. And then slowly release that foot down. Bring your arms up to your Tadasana arms, mountain arms. And then you're gonna squeeze your glute and just squeeze that leg up. You're here. This is warrior 3. If you want to and your balance is good, you can try and bring your chest down and your leg up. But again, right here, as long as you're squeezing that glute, you're doing the job. And then slowly bring that foot on forward. I'm showing it to you just from the front. Cross that ankle over your knee and sit back into chair pose for a little stretch right here. This is figure 4. Just stretching out. You should feel a really good stretch on the outside of that right glute. And then inhale, come on up. Release your feet back down. Come back to the front of your mat, and we're gonna do that on the other side. I'm gonna turn around and face you the other way, just so that you're not staring at my tush the whole time. But you can just stay on the side of the mat that you're on. Okay, so we're going into our left leg now. So relaxing your arms down by your side. Inhale your arms around and up to the sky. Exhale, doing those side bends. So now your left hand down, lean over to the left. Push yourself on up, going over to your right. Squeezing on over. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms, contracting your upper back. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold, coming down to that block. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Sit your hips back like you're sitting into a chair. Inhale your arms to prayer center. And we're gonna pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, push your legs all the way up. Exhale your arms around and down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Relax your shoulders, relax your hips. Inhale, circle your arms around and up to the sky. Exhale, hinging at your hips, forward fold, coming down to your block. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Sit your hips back, bring your hands to prayer. Inhale, squeeze all the way up. Exhale your hands around and down. Pick up your left leg now. Step your left leg back over your blanket. Inhale your arms around and up to the sky. And exhale, dip your back knee down as you cactus your arms for 1. Up. 2. I want you to feel a stretch on that front quadricep. Up. 3. Up, and then come all the way down. Heel toe your right foot forward. Circle your arms around and up to the sky. Untuck your back toes. Inhale. And then exhale. Sink your hips forward. Feel a stretch on that round ligament on your hip flexors. Relax your shoulders. And then bringing your arms down, you can grab your blocks for support. Straighten out your front leg, pushing your hips back to the wall behind you, feeling a great stretch underneath your hamstring. Coming back forward, take those blocks, placing them down. Take up your left knee off of the mat. Take your hands to the top of your right knee for support. Once you feel like you have that balance, inhale up to crescent lunge. Drop your back heel down, open up to warrior two. So here we are on the other side. So we're gonna sink down another inch. Think about your little checkpoints. Can you see your toes? Is your knee, your thigh, and your foot going in the same direction? Are your hips open to the wide part of your mat? Can you sink another inch? You can do this. Warrior two, we are strong warriors. Here we go, reverse warrior. So inhale, lean forward. Flip that palm like it's a paintbrush. Paint the ceiling, coming back into a reverse warrior. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Don't move your legs. Sink another inch, building some strength. Inhale, lean forward. Flip that palm. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, back to warrior two. And exhale, drop your right elbow down to your right knee. Sweep your left arm down, and then inhale. Lift that arm up, feeling this stretch across your chest. It's a little spinal twist as well, opening up your shoulders. And then inhale, look down at your mat. Circle your arms around and down to your blocks. Pick up your back foot and step up to the front of your mat. Taking that foot through, maybe you don't have to touch it down, to staff pose on the other side. Again, if you're worried about balance, please come close to a wall, resting your hands so that you're not gonna wobble. So staying in our staff pose, thinking about lowering your hips, building up some strength in our ankle and in our standing leg. Then as you slowly release your left leg down, bring your arms up to the sky. And with this straight leg, I want you just to flex this left foot behind you, feeling this strength building in your lower back and in your quads. You can stay here. You can come down to warrior three if you choose to. But we're really just focusing on strengthening this back. And then slowly relax your arms down. Bring that left leg up. Cross your ankle over your knee. Hands can come to prayer. Hands can rest on the wall if you need them for support. And then scoot back, stretching out your outer glute. Flexing your left toes. And then inhale, come on up. Exhale, around and down. Staying here for just 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, circle your arms around and up. Exhale, forward fold, coming down to your blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, sit your hips back, bringing your hands to prayer pose. Inhale your arms around and up. Exhale your arms around to your hips. Pick up your left leg, step your left leg back. I forgot to do triangle pose on the side, and we will not skip it. So, 2 straight legs. I want you to inhale, extend your right arm back. And then bringing your hands down. Once again, if you have that block, you can rest your hand on the block. You can rest your hand on your shin. You can come down to the mat. But I want you to feel that stretch behind your right knee and outside of your left hip. So take a deep breath in. Exhale. And then now bring your hands down to the mat. left leg up to meet your right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way back up. Exhale your hands down to your heart. And now we're gonna do a wide angle forward fold. So stepping wide on your mat, your heels are in, your toes are out. We're gonna go into sunflowers with a goddess squat. So we're gonna start in 5-pointed star. So your arms are out, your heels are out. Inhale here, and then exhale, scoop some sunflowers. So it's a little sumo squat with some graceful arms. Inhale, up, and then exhale, goddess squat. So you're gonna sit your hips down, squeeze those elbows back, and stay here for one breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale to 5-pointed star. Exhale, sunflowers. Scoop your sunflowers. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, goddess squat. 3 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, scoop. Up, squat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Holding it here. Lift your right heel. Pulse for 3, 2, 1. Right heel down. Left heel up. Pulse. 3, 2, 1. Both heels down. Straighten up both legs. Bring your arms around and down. Turn your toes so that they're directly in front of your heels now. Inhale your arms around and up. And then exhale, hinge at your hips and come down to the mat. So if you need to step your feet wider to make the mat accessible to you, you can do that. But I want you just to slightly lunge from side to side. This is a great way just to also open up your hips, open up your pelvis, add some more strength to your low back and to your thighs. Finding yourself back into a neutral position, thinking that your back is flat, parallel to the floor. Try to keep it that way. As you leave your right hand down on the floor, lift your opposite arm up to the sky. And then exhale, come on down. Switch out your hands and inhale, lift your opposite arm up to the sky. Exhale, back down to the mat. Bring your heels in one more time. Toes are out. Walk your hands up to your hips, placing your hands right above your knees. Your thumbs are in, your fingers are out. Inhale here with a straight spine. And then exhale, dip one shoulder down. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, back towards the middle. Bringing your hands back to prayer for a little prayer squat here. Pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got this. Inhale up. Bring your arms down by your side. Heel toe your feet together. Coming on down to your mat. Grab a drink of water. Take a sip. Take a breath. Take a breather. You're doing awesome. So we're just gonna calm our minds down, do some final stretching, and get into our Shavasana, which is why we all came, right? Okay, so sitting down on your mat, extend one leg long as you pull the opposite leg in towards your chest. I want you to bend the knee of your extended leg, it's my right. Grab the balls of your feet. So your hands are grabbing that foot. Slide that foot away from you. You can do this.
It's just a really good stretch and an ankle strengthener, which we really need when we have all of this relaxin and our growing weight on our feet. So we want to give a lot of foot love. And then coming on back, keeping those toes flexed. Inhale your arms around and up to the sky. Turn your body so that you're slightly over your straight leg. Baby is going to come off to the side. And then coming on down, again, keep baby way on the inside, not on top of your thigh. Coming on down, it's a good stretch on your lower left back side. And then inhale, coming on up. Bring both feet out in front of you, hips distance or wider apart. And dip your left knee in, and then your right. Dip. Dip. Feel the stretch across your outer hips. And then bringing your feet to a butterfly pose. Bring your chest forward. And really for a second here, play with your feet. Massage the balls of your feet. Massage the base, the heels, the arch. Really get your fingers into your toes, releasing that fascia between your toes. And then relaxing on down to your ankles. I want you to inhale, pull your shoulders back, lift your chest through. We're really contracting the upper back muscles. And then exhale, roll back. Inhale, lift your chest through. Exhale, roll back. Coming to a neutral spine. Pull your right leg further into your mid-body. We're going to extend our left leg long, but while we're holding onto those toes. So get a grip of those toes and then slowly push your foot out. Really use your hands to help to wobble that foot around, pushing your foot into your hand, making circles in both directions. And then inhale your arms around and up to the sky. Twist slightly over your extended leg and exhale, coming on down. Inhale, coming on back up to the sky. We're gonna come down onto our backs. So, taking your body all the way down briefly. We don't stay on our backs too long after about 5 months with baby. So we're just gonna be down here for a little bit, just for a little back strengthener. So rolling on back, walking your heels as close to your hips. Relaxing your arms down onto the mat. Inhale, squeeze your hips. Push up towards the sky. Exhale, roll on down. Inhale, squeeze up to bridge. Exhale, rolling on down. Last time. Inhale, roll on up to bridge. Relax on down. Roll all the way over onto your right side, stacking your ankles, your knees, your hips. Extend your arms out. Make sure baby is off to the side, off of all of your organs. And this is a lovely way I like to end my classes. Inhaling, lift that upper arm up to the sky. And as you exhale, let that arm just fall behind you. Don't force it down to the ground. It may never reach there. Just let gravity twist your spine. Let that natural traction just occur. Take another breath in. Exhale. Inhale, up to the sky. Exhale, close it out. Rolling onto your back one more time. One at a time, pull your knees up into your chest and grab your feet if it's accessible. If it's not, you can just grab your knees or your shins, but you can take your peace fingers and grab your big toes, or you can wrap your hands around your outer foot. But again, this is a birthing position, so it's a great way to help open up your hips and your pelvis You can stretch out one leg at a time and just work on some more just flexibility if that feels good to you. This is a great one to do before bed. And then relaxing your feet down to the mat, roll over to your other side. I will face you again, but stacking up your joints, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders. Arms are extended out in front of you, head and shoulders are relaxed. Inhale your right arm up to the sky, and then exhale, let it fall behind you. Just think of your spine as this beautiful spiral staircase, and we're just trying to let it spiral just a little bit to detoxify our body and to help us just cultivate patience. And then inhale, lift your upper arm up. Exhale, close it on down. And we are going into Shavasana. If you choose to stay on your side, you can take a block and put one between your knees, one under your head. If you're still comfortable laying on your back, by all means. If your legs are getting swollen, you can relax with your feet in a chair. But I encourage you to lay here as long as time allows. As long as you can get away with it, do it. Because once baby comes, you don't get a lot of those opportunities. So if you're in your Shavasana, I want to invite you again. Stay there as long as you can. Close your eyes. Just breathe naturally. Maybe reflect on that intention you set at the beginning of class. And think about how grateful you can be and how you want to surround yourself with positivity and with positive thoughts so that you just send those swirling around into baby. I'm so thankful y'all shared your prenatal yoga practice with me today. I hope you're having an amazing day. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to reach out. It's Caroline at 10 Tiny Toes Yoga. But going forth, let there be peace and love in your thoughts, peace and love in your words, peace and love in your heart. From my heart to yours. Namaste.